It's time for another update, and this is a great one. We have updates to Universal Editor and Cloud Manager, as well as early adopter access to Dynamic Media Templates, Form AI Assistant, and a lot more. Let's have a look. Adobe Experience Manager is delivering intent-based experiences in the era of AI. Many of the features in this release use intelligence to create, activate, deliver these great optimized experiences. To accelerate content creation, the Universal Editor has been enhanced to support valuable AEM features such as multi-site management, launches, and taxonomy. Let's see multi-site management in action.
Live Copy or Multi-Site Manager is a great feature in AEM that enables you to use the same site content in multiple locations while allowing for variations. With this release of AEM as a cloud service, it is now possible to use this feature with all its workflows, also with ancillary services. Let me show you how this works. Let's assume we've created here this disclaimer page for the US market and we want to reuse it in other markets as well. So I create here a live copy and I select Canada as a new destination. I use the same name, disclaimer as before, and I select the standard rollout configuration. Now what you will see is it creates me a new page called disclaimer at that location here, and it inherits all the content from the original US disclaimer page. But I can now open up the page and make local changes. So let's assume 99% of the content works across different markets, but we need here one local update. And now I can publish that to ancillary service. Everything works as expected. But with live copy, I can now go back to the original disclaimer page and make changes here. So let's say at one point we need to update the disclaimer title and also the text. Now if I push the changes down to the copied pages, it will respect the local variations. So it will only push down the title in that case. So let's do that. I do that by going to references. I select here the live copy, synchronize, and we say push the change down now. Now if I go back to my Canada page and I do a refresh, what you will see is it received the change from the title but kept here the local variation. If I want to remove all the local variations of a page, I go to that page here, disclaimer, I select properties, go to live copy and say please reset the page, and so it will inherit the content again from the original page. So if I go back here and do a refresh, then as you can see I also received now this update and can publish the page again.
Have you ever had this challenge where you go to search for an asset only to come up with no results? Well, now Generate with Firefly is a new enhancement to the Assets UI in AEM Assets, allowing you to not just find assets but generate new assets using Adobe Firefly. So here you can see it took my search term, it didn't show any results, but then use that as a prompt to actually create new results. And of course on the left hand side I can go and filter and change what type of asset that I'm after, but this looks pretty good. I might go with I'll pick the default one. I can hit save, I can go and give it a name, I can find the folder that I want to put it back into the asset library. I hit save and now I've got some new content, saving you time, allowing you to get to the results faster.
Do you want to create multiple banners with dynamically changing values, but are annoyed of creating so many variations? Let's see how Dynamic Media Templates solves this. To get started, you need an image that is synced with Dynamic Media. Click on the Create Template button from the action bar and give your template a name and dimensions. In this new editor, you can add more elements like images and text to the canvas as per your requirements. All common editor actions like zooming, undoing, etc., and their keyboard shortcuts are available out of the box. You'll find that all the fonts you uploaded to Dynamic Media are available in the font family dropdown already. All images synced to Dynamic Media are also available in the Asset Selector and can be easily dropped onto the canvas. To create variations dynamically, you can easily add parameters to the elements and properties you want to change at runtime. Simply go to the Parameters panel of your layer and give a parameter name to the property you want to change later. In this example, I'll parameterize the product image, its price, discount, and description. I can also choose to hide or show layers using the URL by adding a parameter for the layer hide property. Let's save our template and check out the variations. Here you can test your template by assigning different values to the parameters. However, when I try adding a longer product name, it gets concatenated since it can't fit inside the text box. Let's see how we can fix this using smart resizing. Let's go back to our layer and enable the Smart Text Resize feature for this layer. Let's try adding the same text now. Voila! Dynamic Media automatically resizes the text to make it fit inside the text box. Let's say you are no longer offering a discount for some product. You can remove the discount tag at any time by hiding the layers that show the discount. You may also get the delivery URL of this template from this editor. Make sure your template is published to allow this. Let's see if the same magic works on editing values in the URL. As you can see, we were able to create an entire catalog of products with dynamic prices using a single template asset.
Next up is the new Gen AI assistant for AEM forms, available now via early adopter access. This accelerates the form creation process significantly, reducing time spent to create and launch a form. In the AEM Forms interface, I can open the AI assistant with a click of a button. It provides quick actions to get started. I'm expressing my intent to create a sign-up form for a bike tour in Sonoma County, which captures personal details, bike and track preferences. To ensure the form is aligned to brand guidelines, I select a predefined template and style sheet, and the form gets created for me. I open the form and tweak it further. I can quickly change the layout of fields by simply selecting one of the available layouts. Next, I need to configure the submission so data gets processed accurately. I choose to submit to AEM Workflow for further processing and simply select the workflow model in the dialog, and it's done. I can also ask questions about how to use the product, like how to integrate the form to submit to Salesforce CRM. The AI assistant provides me with detailed step-by-step instructions to follow. Here is the completed form, which is being created by me in minutes instead of waiting for weeks. Adobe Experience Manager Forms has additional innovation available in early access, bringing form creation to the universal editor, new ways to complete forms in a conversational way, and new insights via a new dashboard. If you'd like early access to any of these new enhancements, reach out to the AEM Forms team using the email address below. And finally, let's have a look at some of the enhancements to Cloud Foundation.
Did you know that just a 1 second delay in your website's load time can result in a 7% loss in conversions? In today's digital world, website performance isn't just a technical aspect, it's the backbone of user experience and business success. That is why we are excited to present Experience Audit, our new service for AEM that is powered by Google Lighthouse and that can help you track and increase your website's performance in an intuitive and time-saving manner. You can find Experience Audit as a step in the pipeline activity for development and stage deployments, where you get a snapshot of the performance of your configured website pages. You can see a more detailed overview by pressing the View Full Report button or by clicking on the Reports tab and then Experience Audit. Here you can get access to a trended view of multiple metrics of your website, such as performance, best practices, accessibility, and SEO. Besides this, you can see custom tailored recommendations at page level or aggregated for the entire website, each with a potential gain, issue analysis, and actionable steps that are accompanied by Lighthouse and AEM documentation. In addition to being run during pipeline executions, Experience Audit reports can also be generated on demand. This is a good solution to quickly scan our pages and get a snapshot of your website performance in a few minutes without having to run a pipeline.
2 new enhancements for Cloud Manager include Edge Delivery Services support in Cloud Manager, as well as domain-validated DV certificates. Cloud Manager guides you through the deployment of Edge Delivery Services projects using a simple to-do list. This includes connection to the code repository, setting up a domain name and SSL, as well as CDN configuration. It is now possible to install domain-validated or DV certificates generated by Adobe for specific domains in the CDN configuration. You update to the DNS settings, then proceed to generate the DV certificate. Once the certificate is generated, it can be installed on the designated domain in the CDN. That wraps up what I'm sure you'll agree is an amazing release. For more information, check out the release notes with the links provided on the screen. And of course, we'd love to engage with you on Experience League.